I mustache you to pull my finger. Not for a toot, but a hoot, a guffaw, a belly laugh. Trust me, you'll titter at my tattoo. Yep, that's right. I don't just act cool, I tat too. And my latest prick, my inked up fingie with a manly feel. Call it Menergy. You see, whether I'm cheesing for the camera or just digging with my main digit, you'll notice a macho flare of hair right there. Want to find out what that finger do? Well, come along for a mustache ride. If there's one thing I learned while buzzing my finger stash, it's that the sting of the ink feels weirdly good. It's painful AF to be sure, but it's kind of a good pain. I like it. When the tattoo hurt on my finger, it stung like a banshee and hurt like a bat out of hell. But, well, it's healing like a dove from heaven. And that's the thing, folks. My body is a temple, but my finger is all play. So come one, come all. Let me show you the way. Gestures with mustache finger.
Welcome to Millennial Excellence. And if you haven't gathered already, this is the episode about the quintessential iconic mustache finger tattoo.
That's right. We know and love. Or maybe
this is
love.
It looks like this might be the third item that is actually on our podcast art that we are talking about.
Oh, wow. So for those keeping track at home, feel free to cross that off on your printouts. Maybe one day you'll get a Millennial Excellence bingo. Your bingo card will be
we should make an adult coloring book.
I was thinking that, actually.
On brand. Maybe we can be ironic and snarky about it. That might suit us.
Remember when everyone was mad about it, but now it seems low-key relaxing as hell.
Yeah.
It seems really nice.
Well, we're still working on that tagline.
I hate that we're still, but I also love it because I feel like we're always at a perpetual state of arriving or journeying, not arriving. Maybe
that's so thoughtful of you.
Not to accidentally tagline, because I know you said you had some.
I think we'll get there eventually, and I'm looking forward to it when we do. But I was thinking, like, we all as millennials, we all have these fake email jobs, and a lot of the times they employ like the Microsoft program Excel. Mm-hmm. There's a G Suite version available for free. I think the Apple one, I'm just starting to learn my way around in the Mac. It's called
Numbers.
It's called Numbers. Yeah. Classic Steve. And then, like, in order to operate those sheets, we use a keyboard that is derived from a typewriter. And, we input data using our keyboard. Uh-huh. So, like, basically what we do is type sheet. Millennial Excellence. Type sheet.
Wow. I mean, I love it. I think that's the one, maybe.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm inputting it into our spreadsheet right now. Yeah, I'm typing sheet.
This is not a tagline, but I was thinking about how one of the most popular albums of recent memory is called Love Takes Miles, right? Is that one?
Yeah.
And for me,
no, it's not an album. It's a song. It's a beautiful song.
Oh, it's a song by Geese Man. Is that it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because if I had written that song, it would be called "I Love Miles Takes." So
thank you.
No worries. Well,
thank you for that wonderful compliment.
Yeah, I didn't really mean it. It just felt. I noticed the words worked. But yeah, Well, speaking of your takes, I mean, what do you think of the mustache finger tattoo right now on this day in Q4 2025?
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like I don't know if I've ever seen one in the wild. I kind of have this hunch that I do know someone who has one, but I don't.
Is it one of those things where it just feels like you know someone who has one? Because that's how I've been feeling too.
Yeah, I'm sure we each do separately. They seem so ubiquitous.
They do.
But it also seems like maybe it's like those are one of those tattoos that like kind of rub off over time.
Right.
You know, like people say if you get an inner lip tattoo, it just, which is another millennial thing that
that's
I don't
another
think people
millennial
do
thing.
anymore.
I almost I'm just going to have to realize that I have to talk about Blink-155 sometimes because it's part of my life.
It's a part of your life.
Pre-Blink-155, I did almost get Dude Ranch inner lip tattoos, knowing that A, no one can see it, and B, it will disappear over time.
Yeah.
But don't they all disappear over time? Like, don't they all fade? Aren't we all just eventually going to turn to dust and blow away in the wind?
You're so pensive today. You're so pensive and wise today. It's taking me. I'm off guard. Like I think I'm gonna be. I'm gonna have to match
today.
Your vulnerability.
Yeah, let's cry about it.
Good.
No, but I think, yeah, like it is. It's hard to even know where to begin. I think you're right. I think it feels like a funny place to get a silly tattoo because it seems hideable somehow, but it's like also clearly not because it's your finger.
Yeah, it's the one you're pointing. It's even though I think the middle. It's unfortunate the middle finger is the rude one because I think it's the most useful one for pressing buttons, given its length and kind of physical leverage. But yeah, it's the.
But what is rudeness if not pressing buttons, right?
Yeah, and you know how to do that.
It's true.
Fuck. But yeah, it's the mustache finger tattoo is always on the right index finger.
It's the right index. That feels almost like some gang sign type shit for it to even have a. What if you're left-handed?
Then, yeah, I think it's like just because you're left-handed, it's like you wear the watch on the left hand. It's just custom. It's customary. It's in the etiquette book.
This also is like one of those things that feels like it was once everyone decided to start relitigating millennial culture. This is one of the first things, along with skinny jeans, that everyone did. Probably likely why it's on our art because we both know Christian can't think outside of the most obvious references. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, the obvious references that we gave him.
Yeah. But no, that's one of the first ones. Even when I was researching for this episode, like, around between 2020, 22, everyone was doing, there's like a Reductress article goofing on it. There's a Vice article where they like tracked down some people, which was very useful for me to steal videos from. But this was one of the first things. But I also think it's like, it almost feels like a dream or something now. Like I agree that there's like this deja vu feeling that someone we know has mustache finger tattoo. I wonder if other people also feel like that. It's like, did you dream this man? Do you remember this person in your life who called themselves a dirtbag who had a finger tattoo? But I mean, it just feels like a dream. And also it's funny to think about how this is around the time when everyone was saying, I only get tattoos if they mean something to me. I don't want to just get dumb tattoos. And B, around the time that older people were like, you're never going to be able to get a job. And nowadays it seems like you can't get a job if you don't have any tattoos or a dog that you bring to the office.
Yeah, I know that dichotomy is funny. I feel like that's what made the mustache finger tattoo cool initially, is that it is meaningless. So like your tattoo doesn't have to tell a story or whatever.
Right.
I also think it's like, okay, so it's always like, maybe in your research you found otherwise, but it's always a handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
And the people, well, one thing, I feel like it's feminine coded, this tattoo. but even it's not always. But the people who get the curly mustache tattooed on their finger weren't necessarily the types who would have a waxed mustache. It was like a different. It was like it was like cross-referential different. Sorry, Caleb. Cross-referencing different sects.
You know, every time we do this, every time we make a mistake and say Caleb, I have to have a conversation about Caleb about whether or not it was a real mistake or if it was like a funny one to keep in. So
yeah, that one keep in, Caleb.
Yeah, but and this part too, I guess. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's my.
That's true. Okay, so
there's
that's why it's such a rich tapestry. So now we're talking about, first of all, to go back to the tattoos having meaning thing. Does that mean the mustache finger tattoo started the journey that resulted in every white SoundCloud rapper having face tattoos like 10 years ago? Is that the same trajectory? Do you think?
It's similar. I think it's the same trajectory that like enabled me to have horrible stick and poke tattoos on my forearm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Should we talk about our own tattoos as well? Is that
should we?
Maybe
we can.
not. We could, or yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it's relevant, if not, it's kind of, I guess, up to us. I mean, I think most of the tattoos that I have, all of them have some sort of meaning to me. But it's not that I wouldn't get one that isn't meaningful to me. It's just like I don't really care to get a tattoo. I'm not like interested in getting tattoos, really. I think it's kind of annoying and a hassle and kind of irritating. So the ones that I do have are like, you know, I have my wife's name. I have like a cross that my friend did a stick and poke of that is from a Godspeed You Black Emperor record, which is like very earnest of me. But it ended up being the cross that's in Montreal that like I ended up moving here. So it's very interesting. And then I have like an Alfred E. Newman tattoo because I love Mad Magazine, and I have 155. So they're all like things that are like meaningful to me, but it's because like I don't want to just like go get a smiley face because then I have to go somewhere and like talk to some guy and give him a bunch of money, and it's like awkward.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just don't. It seems like going to the bank or something.
I just realized my other regrettable tattoo. I got the flag from the Wire Pink Flag album.
Oh,
and I got that tattooed on me, and I didn't listen to that album once since.
I thought you were going to say you've never heard it, which would be pretty sick, actually.
I've heard it, but then it's like people think it's like people think it's a golf flag or Mario reference. So
yeah, like getting a pop culture tattoo is like kind of questionable. Like people always think my Alfred E. Newman tattoo, which is like I love like 70s Mad Magazine, you know?
Right.
And I'll be like somewhere and someone will be like, "Oh, nice. Mad TV. I love that shit, man. They got to bring it back." You know? It's like it's not a Mad TV thing. But
yeah, I don't like that Alfred E. Newman, when was he like he wasn't a part of Mad TV, was he?
He was like on the logo for it. Yeah,
oh, okay.
He wasn't like in it, but yeah. But no, and the mustache tattoo also is making me think of in Calgary. I lived there kind of at the height of sort of crushing PBR culture, and there's this rocker guy who is really fucking annoying. But he he had like this skull tattoo that was the Mighty Boosh logo, and I remember one time we were like, "Oh my god, I love the Mighty Boosh." Because at the time that was the thing you said for some reason. But we're like, "I love the Mighty Boosh," and he's like, "What's that?" I just thought this was a cool skull, so I got it. Pretty awesome. So I don't know. Like maybe I am a little bit. Maybe I'm realizing as I talk, I am a little bit conservative about tattoos, and I think that they should have some. At least you should know what it is a little bit before you do it.
Yeah. That's a good rule of thumb, but we're mostly concerned with the rule of finger.
Rule of finger. Okay, so then you also mentioned this is related to the hipster mustache, I guess. And I'm a mustache man, but my hair is like do you think of me as a mustache man? When you're going to sleep at night and you're thinking of me, do you picture or is it just because I feel like it's blended into my face more than it is that I'm a mustache man? It's
you do have light hair. You have light facial hair, so it does kind of blend in.
I tested it out once to spite my wife because Sarah was like, "There's no way you should grow a mustache," and then I did, and then she ended up loving it, and then we both agreed that I look really weird without it. So now I'm stuck with it. But the mustache...
Yeah, you haven't always had a mustache. That's why I don't think of you as a mustache man.
Yeah, but I haven't really gotten rid of it for 15, 20 years, I think.
Yeah.
So it's kind of... Yeah, it's true. I didn't always have it, but there was a time when I started it and now I can't turn back and I'm trapped with it. But I don't think I ever had a twirly hipster mustache at the time. But I also don't know if... I'm wondering if the really twirly waxed ones were the kind of the people who found out about the culture from reading about it on a blog and tried to get involved rather than the OGs. You know what I mean? I don't think real hipster guy had the curls. I think that was someone who was trying to befriend him. It was try hard.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. Yeah, and I mean, I think there was always kind of a Reddit element of having a mustache, having a waxed, curled mustache.
Yeah.
But I'm sure someone who was kind of cool or I don't know, I'm trying to think. I'm thinking about the Modest Mouse video, which if you were learning about Modest Mouse from a music video, you weren't that well. You
that
might
was
have
too
been
late.
12 years old, like moi.
Right.
But
I was already they've sold out. But that's true. There's a lot of mustaches in the Float On video. Which Float On is a very funny song, by the way. I will just say. I think it's a good song, and I think it's funny, and I like it.
I think it's a great song. Yeah, and it is funny.
It has I like how every line is a setup and punchline, or not. Not really, but it's. Anyways, it's good. But there's a lot of you're right. That was mustachioed. I don't know. There's a place here called Mustache Cafe still that has this kind of logo, and it's very depressing to see. There's something sad about it. This does feel like it's part and parcel with bacon culture, but I guess was having a mustache just funny? Also,
did you maybe you brought this in, or maybe you didn't have it across the pond. But when Lyft started out, the rideshare service Lyft, they had pink curled mustache decals on the front of their cars. That's
crazy.
Yeah.
But that's that's 2016. I mean, the mustache fingie tattoo we're talking.
Yeah, this was Obama era shit.
Yeah. Which of course it was codified by the. But all this is to say, so I think the mustache finger tattoo is a sort of, as you've established, not quite a middle finger, but some kind of flipping off to the concept of having a meaningful tattoo. It's also referencing hipster culture by being the twirly kind. But I guess it's just it's been so long. I just kind of think it seems cute now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I almost would get one.
Yeah, but almost is doing a lot of work there.
It's true. But I feel like if you were here right now and you were let's go get mustache finger tattoos, I might do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But then it's I mean, how many layers of irony do you want to be on?
Yeah. I don't really think about that anymore. I think that
I know you shouldn't think about that, but
it's true.
How many layers of irony is it to get a mustache tattoo as a joke?
Well, I mean, I guess in this situation is more of a marketing move for our podcast, so I think that's kind of different.
So it's fiercely sincere.
It's fiercely sincere, but no, that's a good point. I mean, I think, yeah. But then how is that any different than getting a meaningless tattoo? Because you don't think it's cool?
Because it's anachronistic. If you're a Zoomer and you get one of those cyber sigilism tattoos or whatever, it's meaningless and trendy, and that shit's gonna be the mustache tattoo in 10 years.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say is like the mustache, because when the mustache tattoo came out, I feel like everyone hated it. And I think when that happens with things, they're invincible after. Once they get through the initial hate, they're invincible. Sort of like, just if I was to pull an anecdote out of the ether, if you were to go bald really young, you would never have to worry about that later in life, whereas some other people might. But if you had a really bad tattoo early on, maybe it's, you know what I mean? Whereas the tribal tattoo or like Sailor Jerry tattoos, even traditional tattoos, I think if you're ever getting a tattoo that's like trending, I think that's going to age poorly.
Yeah, definitely.
But like, but things that are, maybe it's because of how I enjoy things, because I'm such a contrarian piece of shit, is like the irony that you're talking about is just like normal to me. I'm saying it out loud is disgusting, but you know what I mean? It's like, like I'm not joking about liking MGK. I'm not. And I wish I was. And I constantly am confronted by Sarah about this, but I just like love him. And it's because
you're not joking, but you're also like, not to put a pin in you, but you're aware. You're like you are aware that it's like wrong.
Like the text, but the forbidden fruit element of it is like a textural thing that I appreciate. It's like no different than enjoying the warm crackle of a record or something. It's like just that's a texture. Like therefore, a mustache finger tattoo has become like kind of like a nice warm kind of kitsch to me or something, which is why it's almost appealing. But the more I think about it, I don't think I could do it. I think doing it as the host of Millennial Excellence is too far, actually. However, if one of our fans, this is what I was going to say earlier, if anyone listening to the show gets a mustache finger tattoo that says M, if the mustache is made of ME as the letters, I mean, you'll have free Patreon for life. What else will we offer them? Maybe
you can
be third mic on an episode if you're choosing. If you do that,
yes.
Caleb does get final edit if you say anything off color, but that's a true promise. Actually, you remember? Did you ever hear of like if you got you got the K shield, then you would get free K Records releases for life? I always thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a bar here that if you got their logo tattooed, you'd get in no cover for life. They probably copied that from K. Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah. And actually, the bar's called KOK.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I just wanted to like sincerely talk about the mustache finger tattoo for so long off the top, but yeah, it's just like it's one of those things that I feel like is just fine now. I almost feel like we could just go to bed right now and end it.
Well, when did you first encounter it?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I don't remember. It's so weird. But there are quite a few. Well, okay, I stole this from the Vice article. I was going to pretend that I found it, but I did already have it on my list. But they claim that this is the guy that first did it. But there's no possible way. I also think that like this must have existed. There probably somebody like in the 30s had this, don't you think? Or like a sailor had it, or like a train hopping hobo. Someone must have had it.
I like to imagine that. Yeah, I like to imagine that. But I don't think so. I feel like it's innovative.
Well, let's see.
Are we listening to something?
Yeah, I just pressed play on the video. This guy claims he invented it. Really vibey, like IDM on this.
Yeah.
This video is called "The Real Finger Mustache Tattoo Story."
Student project.
They had a lot of time with videos back then.
Alright, we're here with Giovanni, owner of High Street Tattoo. We just want to speak to him about the finger mustache tattoo, where it all got started.
This guy's sick. This is all
Midwestern
sick.
goodness.
And also speak about some of his other work, some of the magazines he's been in. Can you tell us about how the finger mustache tattoo, where it even came from? Tell us a little bit about that story.
I think we had a general love of mustaches anyway to begin with, and we were all, this was when I worked at another shop in town, we were all talking about how funny it would be to have a mustache tattooed on your finger, just because it would
No
be
way.
funny and there would be like nobody could be offended by a mustache on the finger, you know. And
They're worried
it
about
just kind
being
of materialized from there. Somebody happened to be standing right there. The guy's name's Tom, and he said, "Shit, I'll do it, you know, right now." So we busted out the tattoo gear, and I put the first one on him, and it just kind of snowballed from there. You know, we started coming up with different kinds of mustaches and different kind of people that would fit those mustaches, and so then all sorts of people started getting them, and we've done everything from like the little snively whiplash, little curled one, to the Hitler, to the trucker mustache on the two fingers. It's gotten out of control now. Now there's other places that you'll see them. Like people send us pictures on the
Inoffensive.
internet of mustaches that they got.
No
on
one
their
can get
fingers from
offended by
other people
that.
around the
At least
state,
pretend
around
it's a
the
Charlie Chaplin mustache.
Do you have any idea as far as how it even got outside of Columbus? Moved out to
I would
other
assume the internet, you know, but other than
I don't
that, I have
believe-
no idea. Really,
I
like
don't believe
the first
this guy.
dude that got one.
Yeah, it's kind of
he
like
started getting
journalistic
hits 'cause he put it up
malpractice
on
that Vice
MySpace as
said
his
this is
picture.
the
He
guy
was
who
kinda
did
sitting
it.
like that.
Yeah.
And he started getting hits from other people, and then more pictures started coming in of other.
Yeah, I mean, this guy also just seems like just unspeakably stupid in every
Yeah.
way. Like, I think he believes that he invented it. Probably.
Yeah. The story doesn't make any like. We were thinking how funny it would be to get a mustache on your finger. Like that doesn't make sense.
I think it's like probably they had just seen it, but they had been huffing so much glue or something that they thought that they invented it, but they had just seen it maybe.
Yeah.
This also was on the news, so let's watch the news
Okay.
for a second. Although Mike Brusso has added his bumper.
Trend, I guess we're going to be talking about, BB.
Yeah, Gino, Federal Hill down in Rhode Island, known for one thing, great restaurants. You go down there, you're going to get good eats. But recently a new trend has come out of Federal Hill, and it doesn't involve food. It involves a tattoo trend. I'd like to tell you I'm making the following up, but I am not. There's tattoos in Rhode Island, and you won't believe what they're for.
It's so sick that when you present something, you can
Where
act
does
like
the
it's the
mustache
craziest
tattoo
thing you've ever
originate?
seen.
How does
on
this
the
come
news.
to be?
The real impetus of it came
I'm so
when a friend of
interested
ours
in
was
what they
getting married,
censored on
and
that
he decided he
flash
wanted
wall,
to
too.
get a stupid tattoo before his wedding, and he called up the shop and asked about
this
putting
guy's
a mustache
also
on his
claiming,
finger
I think,
so
that
when he
he's the
held it up
origin.
to his
Mike Russo at
face.
Federal
When
Hill
a friend
Tattoo.
of ours was getting married, and he decided he wanted to get a stupid tattoo before his wedding, and he called up the shop and asked about putting a mustache on his finger so that when he held it up to his face, it looked like he had a mustache. There's sort of the appreciation level of the stupidity of that sort of had this wide berth. The first one was done by me right here at like 2 o'clock.
This
on a
is like
Saturday
when
afternoon.
there's like
By 4
two
o'clock, I had done
competing
6
pizza
and became the
restaurants that
7th
both
person to
claim they
get one.
invented,
By the end of that day, 15
like, a
people
certain
had
kind of
them,
crust
and
or
by the end of
something.
that month, we
Yeah,
rounded the
definitely.
corner
Yeah.
to about 50.
Well, this
or
is
so.
funny though
Do you
because
feel like
he's
you
not
spawned a
claiming
movement,
he
you
thought
spawned a
of it.
generation?
He's
You
claiming he
changed
just
the world
did
in
it.
your own little world.
I
Right.
changed around
Just some
50
guy thought of
people's, hands, I think is really the bottom line.
And you probably made them better people for it.
Probably, or at least 20.
It's weird to see
Now
such
that's
a
journalism.
such a
You probably
button,
made him
First
better
tattoo,
people.
correct?
such a buttoned up newsman
Why
in
the
this.
mustache tattoo?
Because it's free.
You guys like a club? Are you a cult?
It's not a club. It's not a cult. It's
These are all
just a
guys.
stupid
Dude,
tattoo.
I
I
realized
figured get a stupid one first.
something that's making me confused about the timeline and my perception of all this is I realized that like I was still like in middle school or high school or whatever when this was popping off.
Yeah.
And girls and guys too, but mostly girls were taking like MySpace selfies with
Right.
with finger tattoos sharpied on.
Yeah,
And
and
so-
that's true. I think part of them, there's a whole other world of mustache finger tattoo that is just sharpied on. We'll get to it as well, but
Okay.
this is
Okay.
also
Didn't
like
mean to spoil.
Oh no worries. But what I just shared with you, if you can see this link, or I can give you the image as well. This is, I don't know what this is from. It's not an official image, but this it does feel like it's around the same time. It's I don't know if this is a clothing company called Life is a Joke, or if it's, I mean, this the
That's
label
Kate
and everything.
Moss, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm saying the shirt itself looks like some H&M like AI generated type of shirt that
Yeah.
would be like $6. But it is Kate Moss holding up her finger over under her nose with the mustache. But I couldn't find any other version of. I don't know if she did this in a photo shoot or if. I mean, I guess why else would she be doing that? Sort of There is something very like smell my finger also about it when you look at this, which is
yeah, definitely. I'm seeing if you Google Kate Moss mustache finger, it comes up, but it's like a different pose.
Oh, weird.
Like her mouth is closed in the real photo, or no, her mouth is closed on the shirt, but it's.
But the other one that comes up is like also generated just for, like, are you getting like Wayfair posters?
Yeah, like
and
some
stuff?
Redbubble. Yeah,
yeah, like that almost looks like it's a fake picture as well. That's super weird. Something about Kate Moss, I guess, just made people want to do the mustache finger thing.
Yeah, heroin chic.
So yeah, it was definitely like it did become chic. It's funny, I guess these people were technically probably going to the same parties, and wearing the same nudie jeans and whatnot, but they weren't like they do seem very opposite in a way, to be like a stinky King Kong and barbecue guy, and then like a wannabe factory party type person. It feels so opposite. But there is another celebrity. This Kate Moss one is fake, but there is another celebrity who does have this tattoo, and this is real.
Okay.
And I'm very excited to show you this. Skip ahead a little bit here.
She rolls, yeah.
And you got a tatted grandma on there.
Yeah.
Is that your only one?
So
I have a mustache on my finger, but it's fading a little bit.
So you can hear the voice
Jonah
at
Hill.
home. It's Jonah Hill.
So you can hold it up to your
awesome.
It's so you can hold it up to under your nose and then hide yourself, right?
That's
a sweet stash.
Stupid ex-girlfriend mistake.
At least it wasn't her name.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny because if I see her, I found out this has no emotional value to me at all anymore. She's a cool person. Whatever.
Okay.
But I found out she was dating another actor because when I was at Sundance promoting Cyrus, I saw a big photograph of a famous actor, and there was a finger with a mustache over it, reaching in the frame over his face.
That's how you found out?
And I was like,
oh my God.
That's crazy because I have that same tattoo. And I asked the photographer, and I was like, yeah, that's his girlfriend or whatever.
Oh my God, I wish I had watched the whole clip earlier so I could have spent the entire day researching what other actor this would be. I mean, Jonah Hill is definitely someone who falls into the trends. He's sipped the Grateful Dead Kool-Aid very hard.
Yeah, big time. I've never heard of this movie Cyrus, but it's him, John C. Reilly, Marissa Tomei, and Catherine Keener.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's a Duplass joint as well. It could be. Yeah,
indeed.
It is. That's like some pure millennial excellence right there. Absolutely.
I know. I'm gonna have to watch this. Thanks for putting me on, big bro.
Yeah, of course. But I would love to know who else. I also love just kind of the subtext of Jonah Hill being an emotionally abusive surfer dater, allegedly. Even back then, while promoting his indie movie, he's throwing an X under the bus for his mustache tattoo. Just kind of an interesting clip all around. A lot to unpack, really. But
yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Who could it be?
Here's someone who is not a guy. This is this.
I also forgot to show you.
I think this person's name is Vintage Val, which I thought was cute.
Yeah,
cute.
she's a rockabilly.
Yeah, she's got the
vibe.
rockabilly hair. But again, like everyone was a little bit rockabilly back then, so you couldn't ever
You
tell.
guys, what I also got, like, I think 2 weeks ago, it's a tattoo of my mustache. A mustache tattoo. Yes, I love it so much, and I hope you guys like it too. And until my next video.
Wait,
bye.
I think was someone else filming that? Because like she's not holding the camera.
Oh, yeah,
so someone else was
2 weeks ago, it's a tattoo of my mustache. A mustache tattoo. Yes,
Mustache
I love it so
tattoo.
much, and I hope you guys like
So
it.
this is 13 years ago. I'm losing track of time. So this is what, 2012? I guess?
Yeah.
That would be 13. 25 minus 13.
There's something lyrical and musical about that video.
Yeah, it's like
it's like soothing.
It's so charming and nice. Vintage Val appears to be taken based on her feed. So it could have been BF doing it. Oh my God! The same birthday. This is actually breaking news for Vintage Val. The same birthday, she also got this tank top with the same mustache on it. So
it's been a long time since I made a video, so I've decided to make one today. And today is also my birthday. Yes,
Happy birthday.
I am 20 years old.
Holy
and
shit,
I just
wow.
wanted to show you guys what my lovely family bought me, which was this mustache shirt. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. It's the cutest thing ever, and it's what I've been wanting for like a long time. I started getting into the whole mustache trend, and I love mustaches so much because it's so vintage and it's just so cute. Isn't it really cute?
How could you be mad at this?
I adore it so
It's
much.
charming.
And
I'm grinning from ear to ear.
It's wonderful. She's getting into the mustache vintage trend. It's so great. Okay, here's another one called Finger Mustache Tattoo. I also got to tell you, there's a couple I'm not going to play that are just like so good titles, but not really like. I had to still put it on the list. The one that's called Finger Stash. Nuff said. Obviously, that has to go on the list, but actually, this is not the video I thought it was. But fuck, where did it go? There's a really good Caleb. Here we go. Finger Stash Tattoo. This one is really good. And I would say that this person, based on not just the haircut, but the t-shirt and whatnot, is a member of the LGBTQ community. So it is. This video is giving the opposite of some of the, I guess not toxic, but well, Jonah Hill was pretty toxic masculinity. But this is sort of more subverting the trope.
I got a mustache today. You go like this, it is a mustache, and then you go like this, and it's another mustache.
Yeah, there is.
I like that.
Yeah, you can do the sort of worm and make it a different shape.
I love that.
I know I took the bandage off early. Sorry, Wendy, but...
Sorry, Wendy.
So it's going to scab over like a mofo.
You're jealous. But now I want another tattoo because it's been too long.
Doing that
Yeah,
hitting that pose.
My guns.
The hand in.
Oh, yeah.
And then my fat arm, but my guns, and it says freedom fighter, because I'm a social justice fighter, Erde.
Oh my god.
Erde,
I'm a social justice fighter, Erde. Same.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's. I guess that wasn't her first tattoo, but a lot of people do seem to like have. This is when they're experimenting with tattoos, as they get the finger stash.
Yeah.
Here's one that is like. We might have to yell Caleb on this one. I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
But this is a guy watching Kat Von D give someone a finger mustache tattoo. And I mean, just like, I didn't watch the whole thing, but the caption of it is like already a little questionable because he's watching it and he said, this is what the caption says by Sky Ainsworth. You've said your full name, so I'm going to share it on here. Sky Ainsworth. 17 years ago, February 1st, 2008, he says, "For some reason, I would kind of like to have Kat give me a tattoo while topless or even naked to stare at her tattoos. I'm curious what she has." I don't know about that, Sky.
It's funny because the title is so matter of fact.
Like
Oh, wow.
Taking your face by a horse. It's this guy's first tattoo. And I was just thinking to myself, I would never get tattooed. And I was like, maybe a finger stash? Maybe I would,
He's like, I kind of feel like every single young person who does comedy, like 1 in 3 nowadays, is just doing a Norm Macdonald impression. But this guy actually genuinely seems like Norm Macdonald, but not in a complimentary way necessarily.
Yeah, he looks like him, right?
Yeah, he seems like, yeah.
He looks like Philip Seymour Hoffman. He looks like a Philip Seymour Hoffman like character, like a sadistic freak.
It's true.
It says it'll feel like
To clarify, like this is 2008, so this is like someone commenting on a video, but they're like watching cable TV on like a tiny tube TV and then turning their like HD cam up to themselves to talk.
Dita Mondi just says it'll feel like getting kicked in the face by a horse. It's this guy's first tattoo. And I was just thinking,
I think he also called Kat Von D Dita Von Teese. I'm pretty sure.
I would never get tattooed. And I was like, maybe a finger stash? Maybe I would,
Come
you know?
anytime, but like, if you want a specific appointment with me, then you'd probably want to just email me through my website.
But they can get you to do it?
Yeah, I do everything through email.
That must be pretty. It must be pretty hard to
Email.
get you because you're always
Talking
doing
about
your
on
show, and
TV that you book things through email, and that's
We're
interesting.
filming season 2 right now, so it's airing right now.
No, it's funny. And Kat has her own reality show, but funny enough, has only really seen the premiere and like little bits here and there because she doesn't even watch TV.
I'm too busy doing this all day.
She lives in Indiana now.
And you're there.
Yeah, isn't she like a?
Yeah, she's like a weird trad. She's on some weird trad stuff.
Nice.
Jeez. Yeah, Olivia's freaking crazy like that. That's weird chick, man.
I would love to just watch TV with this guy on this channel.
Let's go.
Let's go.
He's kind of doing what we do.
Yeah. I know, that's always the sobering thing about these. Oh my god, what is he doing in his profile picture?
Oh god, man.
You're crazy.
Dude, this guy, Sky Ainsworth. So this is, 17 years ago.
Oh, wow.
6 years ago, he did this video called Crowdsourcing Input on a Fantasy World I Am Creating.
No. The scenario is, say, in a mountain range, family of dwarves, they're living in some little tunnel, some cave, and a toddler leaves the family.
This is what I've missed, man.
Finds a crack,
I don't even
falls
watch YouTube ever,
and
other than
sees through the erosion, a stone. Crawls up to it and feels compelled to touch it, lick it, and as a result,
my message to Quentin Tarantino about the new Star Trek.
Dude, a lot of his videos are him watching this channel G4, which was
of course,
the gamer channel. They're all about that, and a lot of them are about Olivia Munn, who was like the cute girl presenter.
Well, of course, it's John Mulaney's baby mom.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah.
He also has this video that I just.
He has a bunch of creepy videos. If you sort by most popular, there's some.
Like mushrooms.
There's one called Losing Toenails that I just found that looks pretty cool, but.
Birds and bats.
Yeah, this guy's like a lifer. Shout out to him.
Yeah, this guy's channel is actually fascinating. Like,
Yeah,
I think I might review this. Yeah, we might have to do a deep dive.
Maybe we could get him on the show. I mean, what's the ethics of like talking to someone like this? You know what I mean? Is it okay?
Completely neutral. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It's just having a conversation. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Whatever you say. Speaking along those lines of like weird guy being incredible, I already showed you this title earlier today, and this is kind of like one we're gonna have to describe. But this is a video called "Hookah After Getting My Finger Stash Tattoo." I mean, could there not be a more perfect title for a video? And so here he is, listening to Krayshawn. Someone's playing pool.
Dude, this is the sickest. This is the sickest video ever.
Is he even going to show the... It's crazy how much hookah just looks like vaping, really.
Yeah. It's like structurally the same thing, I think.
Yeah, it still has this sort of Star Wars cantina vibe. Oh, yeah. It's like switching up the track, blowing smoke rings. Doesn't even need to... He doesn't even
need to.
Yeah, we already know. And like, how could you say the finger stash is not cool when this person hookahing and listening to Lil Wayne and Krayshawn? Like, what a truly excellent millennial. This is Mr. Shark 45 himself. Oh my god. The description of this video says called "Hookah After Getting My Finger Stash Tattoo," and then it says said in description. It's like basically also saying enough. There's a lot of enough said energy this video. So that was a pretty good one. I mean, there's a few others. There's people talking about Movember with it, which I think, like, as someone who is a bit of a mustache man, I was always kind of bummed about Movember. Kind of felt like similar to people saying, "Oh, that's a Mad TV tattoo." They're like, "Oh," and I don't know why. Like Movember's a good thing, I guess.
Mhm.
You know,
isn't it about like prostate cancer?
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
like, you know, there's something maybe a little gender essentialist that, or even ignorant of the fact that not only males get facial hair about it, you know, but but I think, I don't know why it bugs me, but it's just like now suddenly everyone at my office is growing a mustache and like being annoying about it, you know. It's like, it's my culture, you know. But so I think I'll skip that. I really couldn't find anyone mad about them, and I thought that my understanding of them was that everyone was mad about them, but I couldn't find any. I found
you even said finger stash rant.
I did,
like your usual search.
And I did, but I found a rambling at least from Bob Matthews, but I don't even know the human
random thought generator is so good.
But you can already
Mind
tell. You can already tell this guy's going to be
Good
open-minded
evening
about
once again, fellow Slotolonians. How you doing tonight? Read today about an interesting fad among the young folk. Yes, you young folk, you know who you are. Apparently, some young people, men and women alike, I guess are getting a little tattoo. Oh, this little tattoo right along here. You know those little pencil mustaches? You get like a little pencil mustache right there. And what they do, I guess, apparently, is whenever they feel like it, they go like this. And voila, instant mustache. I'm not sure how you'd use that. I mean, do they really expect people to fall for that? Like, you'd be talking to them one moment, and then all of a sudden, you know, maybe you were
Put a lot of
distracted,
effort
you
into
turn
it.
your head, maybe a seagull flew by, maybe you saw an alien spacecraft fly by or something. And you went, whoa, what happened here? A moment ago, you didn't have a mustache, and now look at that. Full mustache.
It's kind of like, I don't think these people, like when it's someone like this, I don't think he really means it. Like I think he understands the mustache tattoo.
Yeah, I think
even his shirt is like probably from Spencer's Gifts or something.
Yeah, I think he likes it. He just he can just recognize it's ripe for his style of human random thought.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, there's no malice behind this.
It's almost actually I relate to it in the sense that I knew we had to do this episode, but it's like I feel so neutral / slightly positive about it at this point that I'm just like, it is what it is, you know. It's kind of that's how it goes. But I mean, do you want to think about the resurgence of this a little bit, perhaps? Because
yes, I would love to think about that.
Well, then go ahead and think about it. Right now, I'm just kidding.
All right, I am.
Well, it is happening a little bit, and I think to start with, I'm going to show you a very nightmarish YouTube. Are they called? What are they called on YouTube? Not reels. YouTube shorts.
Shorts.
This is a short. Millennials with mustache tattoos seeing the trend come back in style.
Loser.
Like something about this feels like it's like one of those iPad baby cartoons, but for adults who, you know, those like weird like the sketch comedy that's for like, are they in the hospital? The people who get trapped into watching these, like who? I understand if you're a baby, you're like prefrontal cortex or whatever hasn't developed, but you're like an adult and you end up watching and everyone's always in nurse scrubs who makes these sketches also. What is this world?
Yeah, I mean, we need to tap into it because it's so popular.
We do.
We should,
one of those?
Yeah, we should
Loser.
figure this
You
out.
have facial hair on your finger.
I must ask you a question.
Mom, we got mustache tattoos. Well, you're both gonna regret it.
It really is nightmarish, this video.
Why do you always have that Band-Aid on?
Yeah.
No reason. Wait a minute, mustaches are back?
It is time.
Yeah.
Bro, please. It was never a phase for me. There's no shame in my mustache game.
Yeah,
So do you wanna,
that video was really bad.
Do you want to kind of
Yeah,
like
one of
quickly
those?
break down what it is? Let's just break it down.
Yeah.
Because I think so. It is the same woman doing different characters by changing her
Yeah.
hair. I mean, she does seem. I'm at a loss for how to describe it, other than she does seem more AI than human. Like she seems like she's more face filtered than human. But I don't know. I can't even tell you why. She just doesn't. I feel like she doesn't seem like she has a soul, in a way.
Yeah. Yeah. So it starts out with the millennial character that is her in purple, right? She's the millennial.
She's the one with the secret mustache. Oh, it's not secret. It's right there on her finger. Yeah, so she has it.
Loser, you have facial hair on your finger.
The green person is a Gen Z boy.
Right. Oh, with the broccoli hair, presumably.
Yes.
Under the hood. Right. So mocking the mustache tattoo because she was pointing at a pastry.
Hair on your finger.
I must ask you
it's a flashback.
Oh, a flashback to when she was like in the glory days.
Yeah, and her mom's, and then the mom has a tramp stamp.
Mom, we got mustache tattoos. Well, you're both
for some reason.
Wait, no, that wasn't the mom. The blue shirted person is someone else.
Okay.
So the flashback is she got the mustache tattoo. Her perhaps sibling also got it, but as a tramp stamp.
Mustache
and then
tattoo.
the mom
You're both gonna regret it.
said you're both gonna regret it.
Yeah.
Why would she
and
even
that was
remember?
supposed to be really funny. That was supposed to, like, if I'm the target audience, I think that's hilarious.
Okay, right. Like, so she's remembering that she regrets it because so the mom was foreshadowing that a Gen Zer would one day critique her in a coffee shop. And strangely, both of those characters are the ones with shorter hair in this, if that means anything.
Hey, why do you always have that Band-Aid on? No.
And now it's flashed again. She's now wearing a blue turtleneck, and she's decided to cover her mustache tattoo with a Band-Aid.
No reason.
And then a blonde version of her said, "Why are you always wearing a Band-Aid?" But then she saw on TikTok that, like, at, one of those, like, garbage piece of shit stores.
Yeah, Five Below or the, like, Target cheap section.
Yeah, they have, like, mustache mugs.
Mustaches are back?
It is time.
And then that's probably the worst part to me is when she
It is time.
lip syncs the It Is Time.
It is time.
I really hate that a lot. It makes me feel disgusting. The blonde one is like, "What are you doing?" She takes it off.
Oh, bro, please. It was never a phase for me.
So why is that person sort of a hillbilly?
I have no idea. It's just funny. It's just funny to the target audience for that.
There's no shame in my mustache.
But I don't understand who that character is.
Yeah, and also I noticed with these videos, if you play that song at the end, they love it. They fucking love that song. It's like when my Gen Z kids go to sleep, and then they like put that song on and start doing like a sort of gangsta rap dance. So that's kind of like one example of how the mustache tattoo shows up in culture today. It's also in an ad for laser removal, which I thought was kind of cool. So they're calling 2009 to 2014 the mustache era, which I feel like...
I think that's a little late, but I would shift that by like 2 years.
I think so. And that's kind of cool, though, to see if this is real. That's what it looks like in 2025. Sort of a jaundiced finger with also just a very upsetting claw of a nail on it.
Yeah, really. And the like zit or callus isn't really adding.
It's really
anything to the appeal.
Quite a morbid image here, but we do get to even see what it looks like to be lasered off, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Didn't really work that well.
Yeah, I
need
need to go back
6 more times. That was D-Town laser tattoo removal. So those are like two, I would say, quite depressing ones. But this one I thought was really interesting in a different way. This is someone trying to promote. I've noticed a few people are trying to suggest that they're making millennial music now in a sort of winking way. And this artist, who I don't have written down, I gotta come up with a better system for this. Let me click through here. This artist named Madison Gifford, which is a name that I would have made up for this artist had I not let it load. Probably should have just done that. From Vancouver, no less, on December 29th, 2024, shared a clip from her folk songwriter original song. It's hashtag folk songwriter, hashtag original song, hashtag 2010s. So that must be the sort of mood board. The text on this video says, "Unfortunately, I can never be an insufferable hipster from Portland in the year 2012. So instead, I'll just have to make music I think they would listen to." So that's the sort of what the song is, and then the promotional thing for this video is the title, "If this blows up, I'll get a mustache tattoo on my finger." Ha ha ha. There's nothing. Here's the thing, guys. There's nothing about a time limit. There's nothing about a definition of blowing up. I think if we all looked up Madison Gifford, find this video. It's Madisyn. Maybe we could. I mean, would that be a good thing to do to force her to follow through?
Yeah. Let's make this blow up. Let's juice this shit.
Well, let's make sure we like the song first. So let's hear a 10-second snippet of the song.
Okay. Okay.
It's
well,
not
do you
very
like
good.
the song? No,
I didn't really like it very much at all. And since I do like mustache tattoos, I don't know if I want to make her.
Yeah, we're not gonna bless her with the mustache tattoo.
So sorry,
No.
Madison Gifford, and also spell your first name differently, please. In my opinion. But speaking of music, there was a couple of interesting musical things I wanted to quickly bring up. One of them is Olivier Giacomoto's Finger Stash, which seems to be a bit of a tune. It popped up in a few places. There's different mixes of it. You can get it on Beatport, throw it in your set. Just kind of a nice, nothing wrong with it really. If anything, calling it Finger Stash and giving it that artwork really cheapens it because it's good.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with this at all.
It just sounds nice.
Yeah.
And then along those lines, I don't know why this is called this, but this is the Finger Stash Jumpers doing jump style, and I just fucking love this video. It's so good.
This is sick. Yeah.
Especially the guy in the background who's like
he's dejected.
He's like, I just wanted to play video games, and you guys are taking up the whole living room. Mom said. But yeah, I mean, I don't know much about jump style, but I would like to learn more.
The shoes on the carpet's kind of crazy. Like, I feel like it's for the purpose of the video.
Nah, I'll say something.
Wow, it stopped too. Nah,
It's good.
DJ lines out perfectly.
He just said say something. DJ. So that's the Finger Stash Jumpers, and then finally in Wichita, Kansas, right? Is that what KS is?
Mm-hmm.
This is called Floor Play.
Floor Play.
So is that a pun already? I don't know if that
I
that
think
is.
so. And the channel is Swingin' Denver.
Do people who do swing dancing just love pretending that they are
swingers?
Swingers?
I mean, you've got to.
What else are you going to do? It's right there for the taking.
But people who swing don't pretend that they're doing swing dancing to be more innocuous.
How do you know?
I don't. Well, hey!
This is called Floor Play in Wichita, Kansas. Rhythms, Dawn Stare, Finger Stash Promenade, and more. So I think one of these moves might be called Finger Stash.
Class, floor play, just having fun interactions with their partners. I'm Kenny, this is Chelsea.
And I didn't watch this yet. So
First thing we did was just to play Promenade. Ooh, wah, hop. Ooh, wah, da,
do you think they're going to do the Finger Stash move?
I hope to see it. Oh, the bobbing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, that is so annoying.
Interactions with their partners. I'm Kenny, this is Chelsea.
Especially because he's going ooh wah The person who sneezes also.
We added X. Hop, 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 hop. And then we added Finger Stash. Hop, hop, hop.
I mean, these people are like making complete asses of themselves, but it's not a joke. They are teachers of some kind of class, and there are about 10, 13-year-olds watching them do this. So I guess these people are also going to do the Finger Stash dance. So that was my last video, and I feel like it's really soured my opinion of the Finger Stash. Imagining these.
That's too bad, because you came in going to bat for it.
I did.
Yeah.
I did, but, I think it's one of those things that probably would have been better left untouched on my end, because I did sort of go through the temptation of getting one, and then I was kind of forced to contend with my own relationship to irony and talk about it out loud, which I feel like is a big no-no in the irony community. So that was confusing. But another issue we're having in addition to the tagline is really understanding what millennial excellence means. Yeah. And I think that even though a finger stash is probably not great, it's still definitely an example of millennial excellence. Don't you think?
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I was kind of, as we were coming to this point, for some reason I want to say it's not millennial excellence.
Really?
I feel like, yeah, I don't know why. Or like, I'm going to try to talk it out.
Yeah,
I think like because it fades.
Speak on it.
It fades. So there's that. I kind of feel like both those guys who claim they invented it. Well, no, I'm not going to go into the generational shit.
Do it. Just do it. Why not? We got time.
Because I think those guys who claim they invented it were maybe older. And you know what else? It's a simulacra. It's a simulation in a simulacra. It's not the real McCoy.
Go on. Extrapolate.
I think having a waxed mustache is millennial excellence, but I don't think having the tattoo is millennial excellence because it's it's just a gesture towards the thing in reality, but it isn't in reality.
But I think, this is where I find the concept of millennial excellence confusing, because I think that in and of itself is so quintessentially millennial, to be obsessed with a fraudulent version of something real.
Yeah.
Well,
so yeah, I guess we'll just have to leave it undefined.
Yeah,
maybe every episode should come with a poll. A POLL.
Oh, a poll. Wow, you do save some words like weird like that, hey?
How would you say POLL?
Poll.
And I said poll?
You said poll.
And there's a distinction?
I mean, we'll let the people decide.
Okay, that'll be the second poll.
This is actually also, I will say this, and we're just kind of having some fun with it, because I don't know why. I'm letting it breathe. I'm letting this one breathe a little bit. But this is our first time recording an episode within the week that it will come out. So that's why maybe we'll actually remember if people talk to us about it. And on that note, we haven't fully formalized it yet, but I think we're going to start doing Icebreaker Fridays in our Discord. So maybe, or maybe not Friday, but one day we'll have a icebreaker question that we're going to ask you all, where we can all weigh in and fight me. Is that what people say? Fight me on this.
Yeah, fight me. That's a hill that I'm willing to die on.
Oh yeah, we'll figure out what is a hill we're willing to die on, and we'll do that every Friday. And also patreon.com/millennial excellence.
Yeah, and use code millennial15 for 15% off Le Seltzer.
That's right.
If you live in continental Canada.
Exactly. Noah from Le Seltzer tried sending Miles a flat of Le Seltzer, and it was turned back at the border as contraband.
Yeah,
so
that's nuts.
No, but another thing I did notice the other day is that we have managed to have a different handle on almost every website for our podcast, which I think is kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Anything else we want to get off our chests in this sort of liminal space before we go to our guest? I'm trying to think. You can follow us on social media. Oh, you could review the show.
Yeah, a review would go a long way. Rate and review, please.
And
I think some ops gave us bad 1-star reviews when we launched.
Is that real?
Yeah, we have 8 reviews on Spotify and a 4.3 average, which I think means 2 people gave us 1-star reviews.
Damn. On Apple Podcasts, we're at full 5. We're crushing it.
Spotify listeners are fickle, because they're evil too, right?
You know what's annoying is on Apple, the one review that it shows, someone said, "This is how I found out Sam has a baby."
Yeah.
Fuck Sam. Get out of here with that.
Yo. The specter of your last podcast is
It's
looming
haunting
large.
us. I know. We need some new lore. If
All
anyone,
our Spotify comments are about Sam too.
For real? What did they say?
One's like ratings booster idea. Have a 5-minute Sam segment each episode.
You know how hard it is to get Sam on the horn?
It's hard.
He's like...
now we're up to a 4.5 star rating with 11 participants.
Also, I guess in case people haven't noticed, by now we will have released... Patreon is not just so you can do the shitty thing I just pitched you about the Discord, although that is a thing that will happen. But also, we've done Gen X excellence. We've done Boomer excellence. We've done, at this point, Gen A excellence on Patreon. I mean, we're covering them all.
We won't do Gen Z excellence because nothing from that
they haven't done anything
has
excellent.
emerged. Yeah. That's excellent.
I was trying to think. I actually thought that 6-7 was a Gen Z thing, to be honest. But
yeah. Well,
let's just get the energy really low.
Yeah. Stick around for our guest. Our guest is really good.
All right, let's get into it. Miles, actually, why don't you do the intro?
Okay, sure. Welcome. We're here with all right, back it up from the top.
Caleb.
We're here with comedian, writer, filmmaker, ne'er-do-well, and general friendly human, Nathan Hare. Welcome, Nathan, to the Millennial Excellence Podcast.
Greetings, y'all.
I would have just said we got Nathan Hare. He's here.
Oh, right hair.
Oh,
you like it how you do it? Right hair.
I've never heard
that
before.
One?
You haven't?
I always hear like Nathan, because I'm bald. People are like, "Oh, Nathan, no hair."
Yeah, that is honestly the very first thing I thought, but I didn't want to. You're both bald. Oh my God, let's talk about that. You're both bald men. We got two bald men on the show, and I'm not bald. And I'm also everyone on earth is angry at me for my opinions about hair this week. So it's kind of an interesting place to be in with two bald men. How's life as bald men?
You know what?
I want to hear what you have to say about it. Okay, I'll go.
Well, go.
See, they're on such a similar wavelength.
I know, it's like it's so rare that I'm in the presence of a bald man of my own age, and I don't know. I wear a lot of hats. I still wear a lot of hats.
So does Nathan. I heard your intro.
Yeah, I wear a lot of hats. It's not my thing. No, I kid.
Wait, so are you actually both the same age?
I assume we're close
30.
in age.
Oh my God!
I've got years on you. I'm 33.
When did you?
Damn, dude, you're a geezer.
I feel the youngest because I have so much hair on my head.
That's true.
Yeah.
What did you like this? Not to get real off the top, but I've just never experienced it. Like, did you guys?
What else do you want to take off the top?
Did you guys like start when you, or did you already know because it's like hereditary, or did you start freaking when you started losing your hair? Were you like, oh fuck, I'm so scared? How do I?
I
stop?
was for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Miles, but I was like, because my dad is like balding, but like we were just comparing when I was back last at home, and I'm like way more bald than him, and like and he's older than me, if you can believe it. So yeah, I am a outlier in the fam.
Really?
Even my grandpa has more hair than me.
Wait, so does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Have you done a paternity test?
I have done a few, and they've all. Yeah, I guess I just have different. I have a few different dads in the mix.
like a puppy. Yeah, it wasn't hereditary or seemingly it wasn't hereditary for me either. It was signposted really early. Like I remember being prepubescent. Like I remember, or not prepubescent, but I guess in middle school. And my mom dropped me off at Grape Clips. Yes, I was in the throes of puberty, and my mom dropped me off at Grape Clips, and the lady doing my hair was like, she was struggling with my calyx, and then she pushed my bangs back, and then she was like, "Oh, and you have a receding hairline too. Bless your heart."
Oh my god! I thought you were gonna say she pulled your hair back and like a clump came out.
No, I don't know. I don't know how I lost my hair.
How do you go bald? What happens?
Less.
It just disappears? Is it on your pillow?
I have a very similar story where I was probably 18 or 19. I was in university, and I went to a barber, and it was like one of those those barbers. It was like there was like, you know, we have like a we have records playing, and like it was like a really expensive one, you know. It was like, and it's like guys like with huge beards. And ironically, they're all bald with big beards and tattoos and all that stuff. But anyways, and then he was like, "Yeah, so you're like balding, hey?" Like as he was like doing. He said he made mention of it, but like
they need sensitivity training, I think.
I was like, dude, I would love. I know a lot of people that do HR and workplace training, and I'd love to set this place up with a better system. Y'all don't know what you're doing. No, he was not even saying it in like he was saying it more in a way of like, oh, I want to like give you a haircut that like helps you. Like he was trying to be helpful, but I was like, really? I am? Like he totally thought that I knew. And then he was like, yeah, dude, like, no, like your hair is thinning. And he's like, but it's all good. It's all good. Like, how old are you? And I was like 19, and I could like see his expression of shock in the mirror. He was like, oh shit. Like he thought I was way older. Like he thought I was like 30. And he was like, yeah, no. I had like a bald spot developing, and he's like, yeah, no, it's not that big of a deal. And he's like, okay, yeah. He's like, so what you're gonna want to do is like, I'll cut your hair like this. It was helpful. He gave me a bit of a hair, but then I just like, it felt like that went irrelevant so quick, like the kind of like haircut that could hide it. And then it was like, nah, man, you're bald. You can't get around it.
Wow, this is such a hairy episode.
I know, and this is the generation show, and I do notice that younger people are obsessed with hairlines and going bald in a crazy way. Yeah. Like maybe I'm just sensitive to it, but
I get the comment a lot that's like, "You'd be really funny, or you're really funny. Don't go bald." Oh wait, you already did.
What does that mean? No, what? Also, like,
there's like,
I mean, listen. First of all, I just want to say bald is beautiful, in my opinion.
Thank you, thank you.
But I will say, anything like going bald, I think, is a funnier trait to have in general. Just like when people lose a lot of weight, they are less funny after, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like,
true.
Like, I'm not equating the two. I'm just saying, I'm really digging myself a hole here right now. But I think
go on.
I just. No, I think being bald would make you funnier, perhaps, or just the equal amount of. Now I'm living in a world where woke 2 has happened, and it's mostly about baldness, and I'm afraid of getting canceled for being insensitive towards the bald community.
No, I agree, or like I don't mind it at all. But, and I think, but that's a trend that people say is like, "You're so funny, please don't go bald." That's like a comment.
Is it to do with like? Is it similar of like being obsessed with height of people? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah.
There's this one comedian I know who has like several jokes about like bald men, and like in this way that's like really like, I'm like, you're obsessed with it, like about like being like, I went on a Tinder date and of course he was bald first, but there's like, imagine jokes like that, but there's like 12 of them like scattered throughout a 10-minute set, and at a certain point you're like, why are you so obsessed with like
that hurts. Yeah, I guess like, what if you did a roast battle? Would people go for that? Or like, what are some of your other perceived flaws that you would?
Yeah, people would go. Well, yeah, people would go for that. I'd be like, "Oh, shut the fuck up." Yeah, it'd be funny to roast battle and just like
so angry.
Yeah, just like you just scowling, like can't take it at all.
Well, it seems
Fuck
really
off.
hurtful, actually.
Yeah,
it's not that hurtful. It's baldness, like the apes and like an ape troop. The bald one is the leader. So I think about that a lot. Yeah.
I did used to sort of idolize Doug March from Built to Spill's baldness because he had a sort of like I like when it's really scraggly. I don't know why you guys don't do the really scraggly sides that are long, but then have it like fully professorial bald on the top. Or do you not have that? Is there different kinds of baldness? I'm just learning, honestly. We don't even have to put this in the episode.
Dude, I should have. We got to break out the Norwood chart so you can educate yourself.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, because I remember I brought that into a barber once, and I was like, this is how embarrassing this is. I had a photo of a guy who was balding, and I was like, I think he looks pretty good, and he had some hair, and I was like, I brought it into a barber to be like, yo, could you make me look like this? And he was like, dude, no, this is a different type of bald. You have a worse type. And I was like, I can't do this. And I was like, oh my God. And he was like showing me online like hairline structure. Like I was just like mortified. Like,
oh shit.
I was like trying to make it work.
Barbers are so cruel. Now, maybe, on this topic, maybe we just assumed because you're bald, but are you a millennial? If you're 30 now, you must be, right? Or are you Gen Z?
I think if you're bald, you're not Gen Z. Like, that would be crazy.
Yeah, you get ousted from the island. Like,
yeah. What's up, guys? Like, fully balding. Hey, I'm Gen Z. No, I think I'm pretty squarely millennial. But you guys have probably talked about this so much.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
95. So like,
you're 95. Just kidding.
Well, that was the year I was born.
Yeah, sorry. Do you? I can't remember. Miles, what's the question you always ask everyone first? Because
when did you realize you were a millennial?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, you know what? It was like in like COVID or around. It was like around when like TikTok came out or what got popular, and then there was like videos of people being like, millennials are like this, and I was like, what the fuck? Go to hell.
Everyone's trying to roast you all the time.
But that was like, it's so crazy to think about. But I was like, oh, there's that was the first time I noticed that there was like a generation that people were making fun of the generation I was a part of. And I was like, damn, okay, respect. And it was all about like, oh, they love their coffee and Harry Potter and that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Do you?
Well, if you had my camera on, you'd see that I'm wearing a sorting hat. So yeah, let's just say I like Harry Potter. And oh yeah, this mug that I'm drinking from, it's not water, it's coffee.
Wow. Yeah, when all those videos started, I was like, wait a minute, all these things you're talking about are just the default normal things that are cool, that everyone agrees are cool. Not
yeah.
But then quickly you realize, like, okay, well, I'll just own it and I'll make fun of it better than any of you ever could. And then I'll still win in the end and become invincible.
I have a suit of armor of irony.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was interesting when chuggy started emerging as like a subtype of millennial. And then it kind of like people stopped saying chuggy, but it's still really useful to me because the closest metropolitan area to me is Indianapolis, which is like a Chug Central USA. And I like chuggy things, and I like to identify them as chuggy. It's nice.
Now here's where we pivot. Here's where we pivot from a haired man talking to two bald men, and we pivot to become two Canadians talking to an American, because I think Canada is just purely chuggy, and that's why the distinction is confusing, because it's like, that's just the normal thing, is to have corporate Memphis art and freshie salads and stuff like that. I mean, those are the two things I can think of. But
Yeah.
Like when I go to America, when I was with Miles in Bloomington and we went to Target together, I thought it was the coolest place I've ever been in my entire life. And and when you say things are chuggy, like I think you mean that there's something bad about it, right?
I don't mean there's something bad about it. I just mean there's something chuggy about it. It's just a distinct neutral descriptor.
So
what's like the most like chuggy like would be if you just what's like the most default chuggy thing? Like is it like live, laugh, love?
It's like I think that's not quite chuggy.
That's
Chuggy's
like proto chuggy, right?
That's proto chuggy. I think the chuggiest thing would be like honestly right now I think a food truck Friday is chuggy. I think that
what is a food truck Friday? Just like
it's where a bunch of food trucks
and have a food truck.
Like I'm saying, like in Canada, like 5 years ago, everyone had to pass legislation to allow the first food trucks to happen. Basically, I'm exaggerating slightly, but not much.
Well, like a food court where you can get like some Indian fusion in one booth,
but they have like a good logo. It's like a cool logo.
A food hall. That's what we have in Toronto. A lot of food halls, which is just like kind of like. You know what's a good like type of chuggy like restaurant is like local chains. Like it's not like not like an purely independent place, but there's like 3 of them or whatever.
Like Mandy's salads. I know you got those in Toronto as well.
Yeah.
I think there's a place in Indianapolis that's like an adult family fun center, meaning like they have like duck pin bowling and pinball and stuff. But the logo's like a cool like American traditional style tiger. It's like it looks tough and masculine. I think, but that's chuggy to me.
So what about like bachelor party in Louisville and there's AstroTurf and you're playing cornhole at a bar? That's not chuggy. It is?
No, that's chuggy. Okay, that's chuggy. Yeah.
But that's almost like it's almost like that's like just becoming like. It's like it's fading away from chuggy into just like default.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it's almost like not worth a descriptor anymore.
Is chuggy the bridge between millennial excellence into just becoming default mainstream culture?
Life.
Yeah, life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's true. Life itself is chuggy as hell
right now, but then it won't. Then it will become brain rot probably or whatever.
Yeah, I can't wait for brain rot breweries.
What's like post chuggy?
Yeah, that's
like it's on its way to become. Like,
in my mind, everyone younger than us likes like digital loot crates. Is the only thing I think they like. Like is it chuggy to have a bunch of tchotchkes and knickknacks all over your house?
Yes, Labubus are chuggy. Labubus are already chuggy.
Right, because a Labubu is like a millennial's idea of what a Gen Z person would like, rather than being a Gen Z thing.
Right.
Is that correct? I don't know why we're asking Miles.
Are we asking me? I mean, I agree. I think this is just the collective brain trust of two Canadians, one American, 2 bald guys, 1 Norwood 0.
I don't know if I'm Norwood 0 because I similarly also hated going to the barber because I've never really been. Maybe it's just like some millennial of me to just feel so lost in life. But it's something about like staring at yourself in a mirror with someone else staring at you and having to like tell them about yourself is just like so intimate. I always hated it so much. To be like, oh, what do you do for a living? I'm like, oh my God, let me tell you all about my life. I didn't like it. So I stopped going and started shaving my head like, I don't know, 15 years ago. But I feel like I don't know if this is true or not, but a couple years ago when I shaved my head, it did seem like my hairline had receded. And despite everything I had said about the Built to Spill guy, I was panicked about it. And I was upset. But I just stopped doing it on like 1 on the shaver and started doing it on 3 or something. But I don't know if I meant... Is it Norwood 0, you said?
No, I think I'm looking at the chart right now. I think you might be a 2.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's scary. I would never want to be like you guys.
The thing I was going to say is like my friend just was like texted our group chat and was like, oh, I have this bald spot or no, like someone posted a picture of him and was like, oh no, is that like my bald spot developing? And I was like, damn, I'm so glad I don't have to like deal with this.
Right. Oh,
Yeah. We went through it early. Yeah.
But then that's kind of like saying like, oh my God, I'm so glad I got in this car accident and I can't like walk anymore. Like I just got that out of the way.
That is
you know what I mean.
But that is what people say. Like if they're doing like a speech at a high school or something.
Yeah, it's true.
They're like, oh,
it is
so
true.
This is actually my superpower. Is that what you said
Yeah.
about baldness?
I don't have to worry about it anymore. Yeah. But it is nice to be like, damn. Oh yeah, the Norwood scale. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm a freaking 6.
Are we
7
are we revealing our Norwoods?
Yeah, I'm 3A for Wikipedia, or 5. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Wait, I see 3A.
I think I'm gonna do that like Doug built this spill look. I kind of was doing it in the summer actually.
Yeah, I think you should. No, that's what I was going to ask next. Is like, can you do facial hair? Either of you?
I have like a light beard. I can't like. I guess I can grow a beard, but it's not super great.
Yeah. What about you? I don't think I've seen you with facial hair, Miles.
I have like I have a chin and I think of it as accent. I have a chin. I have a chin and just one, and I have some scruff, and I think of it as accent, just for a little bit of dimension. But yeah, there's my grooming. There's my grooming habits.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess the reason I'm asking is because Nathan, this is our episode about the mustache finger tattoo, and I just was curious your thoughts about mustaches. I guess tattoos and fingers even.
I mean, I specifically remember like seeing a photo of the mustache tattoo and being like, that's cool.
You thought it was cool?
I thought it was cool in like 2009 on Facebook.
What's your sibling situation?
Oh, I'm the oldest.
Oh, you're the oldest. Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't have like an older brother who liked the mustache finger tattoo and then you thought it was lame. You were like going in raw, just absorbing the world for all. So you got to see with no sort of distraction or biases, and you saw the purity of the mustache finger tattoo as a cool thing.
That's a really good way to put it. Yeah. Yeah. Pure. It was like. There was no. I was like kind of a perfect scientific specimen, like an experiment of like of like seeing the mustache tattoo. It was like
and you thought it was cool.
No outside influence. Yeah.
But did you ever get tempted to take the plunge?
No, because I remember like shortly after at like this like youth group I went to, people were making fun of it, and I was like, whoa, okay.
In Kelowna.
In Kelowna, yeah. Wow, like it must have been really lame if like people at a youth group in Kelowna were like making
no way.
fun. Like, yeah.
Dude, the Okanagan was like youth convention central. That was like where it was all going down. They were like influencers.
It's true.
But were they against it? Maybe they were against it because it wasn't a tattoo that said like saved or something, or like, you know.
Yeah, they were like, oh, I wish the mustache said Jesus is my homeboy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm trying to remember my favorite caption, like something with nails, saved by nail, or I can't remember. It's been a minute. But do you have any tattoos?
You know what? I don't, and I have this literally in like 2016. I was like talking about wanting to get a tattoo, and then my friend like drew me this tattoo. I was like. Back in 2016, I was like, oh, what would describe my ideal tattoo? And then my friend drew it, and I was like, okay, I'll get this. And I still have it, and I'm still like, maybe I should get that.
Whoa.
But I have like a drawing. But it's kind of a little bit, I feel like it kind of came into style and went out of style. It's like very like Grateful Dead-esque. It's like a skeleton. It's like a Grim Reaper, basically.
Oh, that sounds cool.
It's kind of cool.
What other? I'm trying to think what other tattoo might have been drawn in 2016 that would be weird to get now. Like
Hillary 2016.
Yeah, there you go.
butter emails.
Yeah, exactly. I bet you someone has that tattoo.
Oh yeah, there's got to be a butter emails tattoo.
I think the finger tattoo is actually like it's pretty. The first person who got it's a genius because it's like a post-modern tattoo. Like you play with it.
It's true. It's functional. Totally.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree. No, even like on The Simpsons, there was I think it was someone gets a Mad Magazine fold-in tattoo, and I think that's like I can't really think of too many examples other than I guess people get like freckles or. Actually, in my research for this episode, I've seen people tattoo actual mustaches on themselves as well. But the idea of a finger tattoo, it's also just like so hidden. It's actually like really kind of charming and cute, in my opinion. The finger mustache.
I guess it's interesting when you think about it because it's functional, but then it's like, what actually is the situation where when you're doing that, you're putting your finger up to your mouth? Is it just like for a reveal? No one's like walking around with their finger like constantly at their mouth. like this is my mustache.
My friends aren't going to recognize me unless I'm always.
Yeah, you're trying to get into an R-rated movie, so you pull one over. Pull one over on the teen.
The more I think about it, I think it kind of like influenced the great. And to tell me if this is chuggy, I feel like this is the most chuggy thing, but. I think the mustache finger tattoo might have influenced the wedding photo booth with oversized props.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, 100%.
Which is great.
100%.
So really, you were just trying to capture that feeling of being so free and so joyful, celebrating love. To have it with you at all times.
Instead of getting that tattoo, you should just get a backpack with a bunch of oversized props, and you just like bring that around and you like pull them out, and it's like a big donut or whatever.
I mean, I guess to your point though, yeah. What's the use case, really? Not to get into.
Well, because now that I'm thinking about it, the whole point of putting the finger up to your nose with the tattoo is for photos. It's like that's the only reason for it.
Yeah, to impress the like Cobra Snake style party photographer in St. Louis or wherever you live.
Right.
Yeah.
Or, like Nathan, as someone who is so much younger and yet so much balder than us, like what was there stuff that you thought was lame that we thought was cool?
Who's we in this situation?
I guess
I mean like
older, like millennials who are older than you. Did you like the Arcade Fire? Did you think party photography was cool? Did you like Justice? Did you like Breaking Bad?
I honestly liked all that stuff. I think because I didn't have any older siblings and I was like so into like pitchfork indie music, like all that, like wanting to be like literally wanting to be a hipster, I guess you could say.
Right.
I was so like wanting to be that so bad that I was like anything that older people did. I think I just was like, that's so cool. Like I'm trying to think of when that would have changed. Maybe by the time I graduated high school, I was starting to be like, all right.
But then what do you get into? Your own thing? Like what was your version of that?
I'm trying to think. I remember when I started doing like stand up and I would see people at open mics that were older, I'd be like, I don't know what generation they would have been. They would have just been older millennials, I guess. Like, they'd still be millennials. But I was a bit like, oof, you're a bit like...
Yeah, what like...
I guess chuggy. I don't know. I would be like, oof, you're chuggy.
That could have been your catchphrase on stage.
Oof, you chuggy, man.
Oh, wow.
But like, yeah, maybe someone doing like a joke about how, like breaking down rap lyrics and how they don't make any sense or whatever.
Was that bad to you?
That was bad to me.
When I used to live in Calgary, I would go to open mics sometimes, like every once in a while, and no matter what kind of comedian they were trying to be, they literally only ever said not even rape jokes, but just the word rape all the time. And they'd be like, I know I can't say this, but then they would just say it wasn't even a joke. Like, there was no structure to it, really.
It's true. I went and like did an open mic in Kelowna with some friends, like maybe last year, and I was like actually blown away. It was like being taken back in time. I was like, this is actually offensive. Like, I've actually never said that before about comedy. I don't think I've ever had that reaction. I was like, this is like how people like, when people are like, oh, it's like you can't say anything. I was like, you guys are saying anything you want. Like,
you guys can't. You guys shouldn't.
Yeah, I was like, damn, okay. I was got my world rocked a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah, but there was a lot of rape jokes and stuff.
Did they like your set?
Yeah, they loved it, which was crazy. They were like, me and like some other Toronto people just like went up and like they were like, you guys are awesome. Like, and I was just like, oh my God, this is horrible. That actually happens to me like a lot, where if I see I'll see like some of the worst comedy I've ever seen in Toronto, and then I'll like be on a show with someone, I'll be like, damn, that person like sucks. And then then afterwards they're like, dude, I love your stuff. that's like, oh my God, no.
That's exactly the same as playing in bands, except that the reason for that is that you were trying to borrow each other's bass amp, so you have to say that after. But you don't have to borrow a bass amp in comedy, so that's crazy.
Yeah.
But speaking of generations in comedy, actually, real quick, I'm curious if this is a Gen X thing or if I'm just imagining it. Someone I used to work with in Toronto was getting really into stand-up comedy, and he was doing this thing where he was like, yeah, the only way I'm going to get good is if I do 20 open mics a night, and I have to just like spend all my money on cabs and drive around, and like obviously my sets, I'm doing it to no one, and my set's going to be terrible, and this is how I'm going to get good. Like, is that still a mentality? Because to me that seems like somebody watched a documentary in the late 90s about that, because I feel like, is that really what you have to do, is like go to a bunch of restaurants and do it to one person and not write any jokes? Is that
you have to go to a bunch of like establishments and like make a lot of transactions where you buy a bunch of beer. I've like, maybe that's what people do. I certainly don't do that, and I've kind of never done that, and maybe I'd be a better comedian if I did, but I honestly like,
it just seems like this like a Gen X kind of self-flagellation of like, I need to suffer in order to be good.
That's totally it, is I think. And then the people get mad. It's like the whole like paying your dues thing. People are like, well, they didn't even like pay their dues. They didn't even do all these like shitty open mics. And I was like, dude, if you were funny, like you would not need to do that. Yeah. I think that's honestly, if people want to do it, go ahead. But I'm like, well, honestly, a lot of people that I'll like meet, if I meet somebody like that, they'll probably do that for 6 months, and they'll probably get so depressed, and then they just stop and they never do it ever again. And I'm like, you have to pace yourself. Like,
yeah, you have to pace your dues, right?
Got to pace your dues.
Well, I think we've barely talked about the mustache tattoo, but it's been a real pleasure, Nathan. I don't know, Miles, you have anything else you want to add?
Do I want to add anything? No, I don't think I don't need to add a single iota of thing. But Nathan, your internet shit is so funny.
Yeah.
It's so inspirational.
Likewise. Thanks, guys.
Did you say likewise to me or Miles? Just to clarify.
To both of you.
Oh, okay. Good.
I've been a fan of both of yours forever. I was
because you're a
Blink 155 fan, and I'm a Premiles head till the day I die.
Yeah, I saw.
Thank you.
Just kidding. Sorry, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be doing this.
That's a good new euphemism for bald guys.
Premiles head.
Yeah.